Welcome to US Numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare 1-cent coins, those ordinary-looking coins that could actually be worth a fortune. From minting errors to low mintage surprises, these hidden gems might be sitting in your pocket right now. Stay tuned as we uncover the most valuable pennies that every collector should know about. Top 1. Today we're diving into the fascinating story behind one of the most intriguing and mysterious coins ever linked to US currency, the 1971 Lincoln wheat penny. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Didn't the Lincoln wheat penny design stop in 1958? That's absolutely right. Starting in 1959, the reverse design was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial. So how could there be a 1971 wheat penny? That's exactly what makes this story so exciting. In the world of coin collecting, errors, test strikes, and anomalies are what spark the most interest. These are the coins that weren't supposed to exist, but somehow slipped through the cracks of the US Mint and found their way into circulation. And the 1971 Lincoln wheat penny is one of those fascinating rarities. While the majority of 1971 Lincoln cents featured the standard memorial reverse, there have been reports, discoveries, and collector discussions about error coins or transitional designs from test dies or leftover blanks. Some rare examples include pennies struck on older wheat reverse dies, or coins that were accidentally struck using experimental metal compositions, or even coins that were part of test minting runs and never meant to be released. What makes these coins even more captivating are the error features that add to their uniqueness and value. We're talking about things like double dies, where parts of the lettering or Lincoln's profile appear doubled under magnification. These kinds of visual errors are very appealing to collectors because they're visible, verifiable, and rare. Then there are off-center strikes, where the coin isn't properly aligned during minting, creating a dramatic and sometimes beautiful misprint. Coins like these tell a story of machinery, of mistakes, and of rarity. And for a collector, that's gold. There are also wrong planchet errors, where the penny might have been struck on a blank intended for another coin altogether. Imagine finding a penny-sized coin that was struck on a dime silver planchet or a foreign coin blank. That kind of mistake doesn't just increase the rarity, it sends the value soaring. Collectors also keep a sharp eye out for coins in uncirculated or mint state condition. While most coins from 1971 were used and handled for decades, any example that has been preserved in near-perfect condition becomes much more desirable. Even more so if it carries a rare design or a confirmed mint error. And remember, the story isn't just about the coin, it's about timing, mint history, and the unexpected surprises hidden in your collection, or even in your loose change. Coins like the 1971 Lincoln wheat penny, with these rare traits and mystery surrounding them, are exactly the kind of discovery that makes collecting coins such an exciting adventure. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to come across a 1971 Lincoln wheat penny that features one of these rare errors or anomalies, and especially if it's in top-grade uncirculated condition, you might just be looking at a coin worth an unbelievable $65,000. That's right. $65,000 for a coin that most people wouldn't give a second glance. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coin jars, dig into those old drawers, revisit that childhood collection you tucked away years ago, because hidden treasure doesn't always look like gold bars or pirate maps. Sometimes, it's a single penny with a powerful story. Top 2. We're talking about a coin that has created serious buzz in the world of coin collecting, the 1972 Lincoln wheat penny. And no, that's not a typo. While most people think wheat pennies stopped in 1958, a rare few exceptions have slipped through history's cracks, and some of them are turning out to be incredibly valuable. Now, before we dive into the value, let's talk about how this coin even exists. The Lincoln wheat penny officially ended its production with the 1958 issue. Starting in 1959, the US Mint replaced the classic wheat ears design with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. So how can a 1972 wheat penny even be possible? Well, that's where things get fascinating. The coin we're discussing today isn't a regular 1972 memorial cent. Instead, there are a small number of known mint error coins or transitional varieties from the early 1970s that are believed to have either been struck using leftover wheat reverse dies, or mistakenly minted with incorrect planchets or design features. These kinds of mistakes are extremely rare, but when they happen, they create coins that collectors absolutely go wild for. The 1972 Lincoln penny is already famous among numismatists for its well-known double-die obverse variety. In this era, parts of the coin's design, most notably the date, Liberty, and In God We Trust, appear doubled, making it easily visible to the naked eye. This doubling was the result of a misalignment during the die creation process, and only a limited number of these coins ever made it into circulation. But now imagine this, a 1972 penny that not only includes the doubling error, but is also struck on the wrong planchet, or possibly even with a wheat reverse by mistake. That combination of unusual features takes an already rare coin and puts it into a whole new category of collectability. Let's talk condition, too. Most coins from the early 70s were used heavily in everyday transactions, pocket change, vending machines, you name it. So finding any coin from this time in mint state or uncirculated condition is already a challenge. But when you find a rare 1972 penny with a double die or other error, and it's in near-perfect condition, the value multiplies dramatically. Collectors around the world are constantly on the hunt for these specific varieties. Why? Because they represent more than just monetary value. These coins are a piece of history, proof that even the most advanced systems, like the US Mint, can produce one-of-a-kind pieces that accidentally slip through and become legends among collectors. One of the reasons coins like this become so valuable is simple: scarcity. There are only a few known examples of the 1972 double-die penny. And if you add in additional errors or features, like off-center strikes, die cracks, or transitional design reverses, the number becomes even smaller. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity equals value. So if you're a collector, or even just someone who found an old penny lying around and thought it looked a little off, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. Get it evaluated by a professional grader. Because if you've stumbled upon one of these rare 1972 era pennies, you could be holding on to something truly extraordinary. And now, the part you've been waiting for. If you happen to own a 1972 Lincoln wheat penny, especially one with the double die error, struck on a wrong planchet, or bearing other rare mint features, and it's in pristine uncirculated condition, your coin could be worth as much as $70,000. That's right, $70,000 for a coin most people wouldn't even glance at twice. So don't underestimate the power of your pocket change. That little copper coin might just hold a big secret, and an even bigger value. Top 3. We're taking a closer look at something that has shocked even experienced collectors, a 1973 Lincoln wheat penny from the United States of America. Now, right off the bat, you might be wondering, how is there a wheat penny from 1973? Weren't wheat pennies discontinued in 1958? You're absolutely right. But the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and this is one of those amazing cases where a mistake at the US Mint turned into a collector's dream. Let's dive into the mystery. The Lincoln wheat penny design officially ended in 1958, replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design starting in 1959. However, during the minting process, especially in the early 1970s, errors and test runs occasionally caused older dies or incorrect planchets to be used by accident. And that's where the 1973 wheat penny comes into play. Some coins from 1973 have surfaced with unusual features: coins with wheat reverse imagery, coins struck with double dies, coins with wrong metal compositions, and even off-center strikes that make them completely unique. These are not your average coins. These are minting errors, accidents that never should have happened, but did. Let's talk about what kind of errors and rarities make these coins so valuable. First, there are double die errors, where the details on the coin, such as the date, the word Liberty, or In God We Trust, appear twice, slightly offset. These errors are very collectible because they are visually obvious and extremely rare. When this type of doubling appears on a coin in uncirculated or mint condition, the value can skyrocket. Then, there are planchet errors, where the penny may have been struck on the wrong metal. For example, instead of the standard copper or copper-plated zinc planchet used in 1973, a few rare pieces may have been accidentally struck on leftover blanks intended for foreign coins, dimes, or test pieces. These oddities are one-of-a-kind and fetch massive attention from collectors. Another kind of valuable mistake is the off-center strike, where the coin is not perfectly aligned during minting. The result is a coin that looks misshaped, with part of the design missing. While this might look like damage to the average person, to a collector, it means rarity, and rarity means value. Now, add to that the possibility of a 1973 penny mistakenly struck with the wheat reverse design, a leftover die, or as part of a secret test run, and you've got a true numismatic mystery. These coins weren't supposed to be made, but somehow a few made it out into the world, and the condition matters a lot. A coin in circulated, worn-down condition might be interesting, but a coin in uncirculated, mint state condition, with sharp edges, full luster, and no scratches, is a different story entirely. That's where serious value comes into play. So, if you've got an old jar of coins sitting somewhere in your home, if you inherited a collection from a family member, or even if you're simply in the habit of checking your change, don't overlook the pennies. That simple little coin with Abraham Lincoln's face on it could be something incredibly special, because now, here's the part everyone's been waiting for. If you happen to find a 1973 Lincoln wheat penny with one of these rare mint errors, whether it's a double die, an off-metal strike, or that mysterious wheat reverse, and if it's in top, uncirculated condition, that coin could be worth as much as $75,000, yes, you heard that right, $75,000 for a single penny. It's stories like these that keep coin collectors on the hunt and inspire new generations to look a little closer at their spare change. Coins aren't just currency, they're history, art, and sometimes, a ticket to an unexpected fortune. Top 4. Why are we talking about a 1974 wheat penny? That's where things get really exciting. While most 1974 pennies feature the familiar Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse, a very small number of test strikes and mint errors were made that either retained or mimicked the wheat reverse, or had other rare characteristics that made them stand out. These coins are not something you'll find in any regular coin roll or pocket change. But for the sharp-eyed collector, or the lucky person with a mixed lot of old coins from an estate sale, the 1974 Lincoln wheat penny can be a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Now let's take a closer look at what makes this coin so fascinating. During the early 1970s, the U.S. Mint was experimenting with alternative materials due to rising copper prices. Most 1974 pennies were struck in copper-plated zinc, and some were even produced using aluminum for testing. But as with many large-scale changes, not everything went smoothly. A few rare experimental strikes and mint errors found their way out of the mint and into the hands of the public. One of the things collectors look for are unusual features, misaligned dies, double strikes, or even the reappearance of older reverse designs like the classic wheat ears. Combine that with any unusual metal composition, and you've got yourself a coin that's not just rare, it's almost mythical. Some of these rare 1974 pennies exhibit doubling errors on the date, the motto, "In God We Trust," or Lincoln's profile. Others may have off-center strikes, giving the coin an unusual shape and making them instantly attractive to error coin enthusiasts. Then there are those with the wrong planchet errors, pennies struck on dimes, foreign blanks, or test metals. These are the true unicorns of U.S. coinage. The rarity of these coins isn't just about what's visible. It's about the story behind them, the mystery, the minting anomalies, and how they defied the odds to even exist. This is what makes them so highly prized by serious collectors. It's more than just a coin, it's a piece of American minting history that wasn't supposed to make it out into the world. If you're a collector or just someone who enjoys the thrill of a good treasure hunt, the 1974 Lincoln wheat penny is something you should definitely be on the lookout for. And don't be fooled by its humble appearance, because if you happen to come across the right one, especially in uncirculated condition or with a documented mint error, its value could be life-changing. And now, the part you've been waiting for, the value. If you are lucky enough to possess one of these rare and unique 1974 Lincoln wheat pennies, especially with rare features or a mint error, and if it's in pristine condition, your tiny 1-cent coin could be worth as much as $75,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. A single penny, worth $75,000. So go ahead, check your old change jars, your grandparents' coin boxes, or that forgotten drawer of keepsakes. Because you just might be sitting on one of the rarest pennies ever made. Top 5. We're diving into one of the most surprising discoveries in U.S. coin history, a coin that wasn't supposed to exist but is now one of the most talked about in the coin collecting world. Yes, we're talking about the mysterious and incredibly rare 1975 Lincoln wheat penny. Now hold on, before you think this is just another penny, let's clear something up. The Lincoln wheat penny officially ended its run in 1958. From 1959 onward, the reverse was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial. So how could there be a 1975 wheat penny? That's the mystery that has collectors buzzing. What we know is that a small number of coins from 1975 have appeared over the years with design features or mint errors that make them look like a throwback to the wheat penny era. While the vast majority of 1975 cents have the Lincoln Memorial on the back, rare mint error coins and possible test strike varieties with wheat ears or other irregular features are rumored to exist. Whether these were the result of leftover dies, misstruck planchets, or secret experimental designs, they are incredibly rare and incredibly valuable, but that's not all that makes these coins so exciting. Let's talk about the types of errors that can turn a regular 1975 Lincoln cent into a true collector's treasure. One of the most desirable is the double die error, where elements of the coin's design appear to be stamped twice. This happens when the coin die shifts during the minting process, causing a noticeable doubling in areas like the date, the word liberty, or the phrase, "In God We Trust." These errors are striking, both visually and in terms of value. Then there are planchet errors. These occur when the coin is struck on a blank meant for another denomination or even a foreign coin. Imagine a penny that's slightly too small or too thick, or one that's made of the wrong metal altogether. These rare mistakes are gold mines for collectors. Another rare and sought-after error is the off-center strike, where the coin's design is misaligned, leaving part of the surface blank. While this might seem like a flaw, to collectors it's a sign of rarity and uniqueness, two key ingredients in making a coin highly valuable. And we can't forget about die cracks, clipped planchets, blockage errors, and other anomalies that slip past quality control and make it into circulation. These one-in-a-million errors are what coin collectors dream about finding, and they often do, hiding in old coin jars, estate collections, and forgotten drawers. Now imagine one of these errors on a 1975 Lincoln penny, a coin that already has mystery surrounding its possible wheat reverse design. Combine historical curiosity, minting mistake, and excellent condition, and you've got the perfect recipe for a coin that sets collector hearts racing. If you happen to find one of these rare 1975 era coins, especially one with wheat design elements or an obvious minting flaw, don't dismiss it. Get it examined by a professional coin grader. You could be sitting on a truly valuable piece of American coin history, and here comes the part you've all been waiting for. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1975 Lincoln wheat penny with a rare error, unique die feature, or mystery reverse design, and it's in mint or uncirculated condition, your coin could be worth as much as $75,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $75,000 for a single penny that may be hiding in your home, your collection, or even your pocket. So take a closer look at your coins, especially those from the 1970s. You might just uncover something extraordinary. And remember, in the world of coin collecting, it's not always about what a coin was meant to be, it's about what it accidentally became. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss out on the next rare coin reveal. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting and keep your eyes open. That penny could be worth more than you ever imagined.